And welcome to you inside Carver Arena here in downtown Peoria. We've got a good one for you tonight. Bradley and Missouri State right here on the Valley on ESPN. Good evening, everyone. Again with Matt McClain, I am Brian Beto. And Matt, just 4 games left. They're all big from here on out for the Braves. The math is simple. They win out. They win their first Valley season title in 27 years. But let's start with tonight's matchup against Missouri State, a team that's won their last 2 and quite frankly has played really well on the road this year.
Yeah, absolutely. A huge game. You mentioned it's kind of a must-win for both teams. Bradley trying to win that regular season championship. Missouri State in dire need of a victory to try to stay alive for that top 4 seed in the Missouri Valley Conference tournament to get a first-round bye. Huge game for both teams here tonight in Peoria.
Well, for the Bears, how about Chance Moore, who's been electric off the bench and had a huge game the other night at Evansville?
Yeah, without a doubt. He pretty much single-handedly won Missouri State that game at Evansville the other night. He scored 3 3-pointers in the final 2 minutes and 19 seconds of the ball game to give the Bears a victory. And he comes off the bench, as you mentioned. He also leads them in scoring, though, overall. So Chance Moore, a guy who can really, really heat up in a hurry, and he does all that playing just 22 minutes a game. He is a very prolific scorer.
And for the Braves, what a game on Saturday from Ville Tavanainen.
6 for 6 from behind the arc. That pretty much speaks for itself. Ville Tavanainen came off the bench and was just electric for the Braves in that big victory against Murray State. Ville Tavanainen has been tremendous in victories for Bradley this season, shooting 43% from behind the arc in games that Bradley wins. A big key tonight are these guys coming off the bench and having a big impact for both teams.
Well, Matt, we're about ready to get started. Let's get you the starters for both sides here. And it's been kind of a guessing game for Missouri State as they try to figure out that combination. They're all about it's not who starts, who finishes, but they'll run out this lineup of Alston, Mason, Mogbo. We already talked about it's going to be more getting the start tonight, it looks like, for Missouri State, which has been a rarity. He only has a couple of starts this year. Kendall, I never remember, that's Kendall Moore getting the start. Donovan Clay as well for Missouri State getting the start for that. Bradley on the other end, they'll run out a very similar look as what we've seen down the stretch of the season. We're in the throwback scripts again tonight. And you'll see the lineup of Duke Dean, Connor Hickman, fellow sophomore Zeke Montgomery, and then the Flying Dutchman, Malachi Leons and Rink Mass to round it out for Bradley. Long-standing rivalry between these two programs as the 70th all-time matchup between these two schools is underway as the Braves control the tip.
Will be really interesting to monitor the pace of play here early on as two of the top defensive teams in the entire league are meeting up tonight. We'll see what kind of pace we have offensively here early on.
Yeah, Missouri State will really slow things down on both ends as that one intended for Mass knocked away. I believe it was last touched by Mason. It was. It'll stay with Bradley with 10 to shoot. The Braves again at 19-8 overall, 12-4 in the Valley, 13-1 here at home. Off the double, Montgomery curls in, jump stops, and a good touch by the sophomore from Louisville gets the Braves on the board.
Yeah, really simple look there from Zeke Montgomery, able to get deep, about a 5-foot jumper in the paint. Nice shot fake, keep his defender off balance, rise up and score it.
Missouri State leads the all-time series history 43-26, but the Braves have a 17-14 edge here in Peoria, and then additionally won the earlier matchup between these two programs in Springfield. Dean masked, excellent position underneath, spins and scores.
Yeah, and all that comes off a closeout from Mast as Dean is driving down the lane. Dean then backs it up a little bit, sees the great positioning from Mass, who's way too deep for Mogbo to have anything to do with that. Nice hook shot and a good start here for Bradley, 4-0.
The Bears at 14-12 overall. They're 10-6 here in league play. They've won 4 road contests here in MVC action. As Mason has that one come off. Mason gets it back, the 6'2 sophomore from Overland Park, actually celebrating his 21st birthday here tonight.
Happy birthday to the young man. See if he can have a big game for the Bears on his birthday.
Donovan Clay, the Valley vet, in the lane, and he gets Missouri State on the board.
Yeah, it feels like Bradley fans have been seeing that guy score against them for years and years. You mentioned previously with Valparaiso, able to get that beautiful shot in the paint to go. First points of the game for Missouri State.
Dean off the high pick and roll, gives to Mast. Had one eye on it, able to corral it, and he makes it look easy.
Yeah, and he really put Donovan Clay in the spin cycle on that one, who was defending Mast. Thought the shot was going up initially, then it was the pass, and Mast had a wide open look underneath. Good start from Rick Mast.
The Bears have used 14 different starter combinations this year. They've battled some injuries, some adversity, and a bunch of guys new to the program this year trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, Missouri State with 9 Division I transfers on the program this year. You see, Clay is one of those guys, and the bank is open here at 7 o'clock in Peoria.
And that's going to be a long 2. One-handed zip pass by Dean to Leons in the corner. Mast gives to Dean. Steps into a deuce and scores.
Yeah, Bradley runs that 1-2 play between Mast and Dean so effectively right there. Nobody steps up on Dean off the screen, knocks down the easy jumper.
First bucket for Dean to go along with 2 assists. The Braves 4 of 4 from the floor to start.
Yeah, we talked a lot at the beginning of the broadcast about that pace of play, and Bradley really liking this so far on the offensive end. Defensively give the open look there, but unable to knock down the triple is Mayo.
Hickman going downhill one-on-one, lost it, able to regain. A 58-40 win for Bradley in Springfield. And that was part of that early conference slate, the 2-game slate, with the Braves getting a win against Northern Iowa and Missouri State. Montgomery, Leons walks into a 3. That's good.
Yeah, give that all to Rick Mast right there. Give him the hockey assist, keeping that play alive. Montgomery ends up with it, finds Leons for the 3. A really, really prolific start here from Bradley. 5 for 5 from the floor, out to an 11-4 advantage.
They scored on every trip to start. And they picked up where they left off on Saturday afternoon against Murray State.
Yeah, and this pace really has to favor the Braves. No stoppage in the first 4 minutes of the game. They want to play quick tempo.
Leons tracks down the rebound. These are the 2 best rebounding teams in the league. Mast, Skip, Dean. Got Mogbo on him. There's a mismatch underneath. Leons is doubled. Hands to Mast, who lays it up and in.
Beautiful offense from the Braves right there. It's the Flying Dutchman connecting. Leons to Mast. Rick Mast out to 6 points here in the first 4.5 minutes of the ballgame. Bradley's offense is flying.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 15:26 to go. Rocket start by the Braves, leading by 9.
Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head. This is the new crispy Parm pizza, and it puts toasted Parmesan where it's never been before, on the bottom. Introducing the crispy Parm pizza, only from Papa John's.
I hope you're earning double miles on gas with the Capital One Venture Card.
Breaker, one Nana. It's Chuck Truck back on the road again.
On the road again?
Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Is that Willie?
The life I love is watching b-ball with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again.
Wishing your space was a bit more like this? Go for it now to save 25% off and take an extra 15% off. Kohl's.
Don't worry. It happens to the best of us.
It does?
It happens to surgeons, judges,
Overruled.
airport ground crew, game show contestants,
Bermuda Triangle.
Megan Trainor, bowlers. It even happened to your little cousin Timmy.
That doesn't even make sense.
That doesn't matter.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Vintage Y2K.
Yes.
Oh, retro Samsung. Very impressive.
You think so?
At AT&T, it's worth a new Samsung Galaxy S23. Any year, any condition. Even that condition.
Bradley off to a great start, leading 13-4 as we get a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by your Peoria area Toyota dealers. And for Bradley, it's simple, right? It's just scoring every possession. that one of the keys?
That would equate to probably a most successful game for Bradley. Let's start with the Braves. Obviously, push the tempo is one of our keys. Missouri State likes to play slow-paced game, and they struggle to score the ball offensively sometimes. So if Bradley can get out in transition and fluster the Bears maybe a little bit, that can lead to success. We've seen a little bit of that so far, as well as, you know, protecting the paint, limiting the Bears to offensive rebounds. They're a really great rebounding team, and, you know, we talk about protecting the paint and scoring in the paint. So far, Bradley has an 8-2 advantage there so far, just 4.5 minutes into the game, so that's been a key success. You know, for Missouri State, perimeter pressure, they go under kind of ball screens. If Bradley can get some uncontested three-point shooters, maybe they can be a key for them. And then, you know, for them as well, you know, they're really, really good rebounding team. So crashing the boards, get them some second chance opportunities will be a key for Missouri State to see Mogbo miss that close one.
And Missouri State trying to get a high percentage look underneath. Dean knocks down a three.
Yeah, Bradley's offense firing on all cylinders here early on. Duke Dean, we just talked about Missouri State goes under a lot of ball screens right there, and Dean left wide open for three and knocks it down.
Braves 7 of 8 from the floor, but again, have scored on every trip, and now an off-the-ball offensive foul whistled on Donovan Clay. And we'll see substitutions. We have Montgomery in for Leons. Henry checked in at the last dead ball, and there's Ville Tavanainen, who we highlighted in the open, getting his first action tonight as you get a look at the Dean three.
Yeah, and right there, it was really simple. You know, Kendall Moore goes underneath the screen, the big doesn't come out and help. Duke Dean realizes that wide open three-pointer, and he knocks it down.
Another off-the-ball whistle, this one on the defense. It's going to go on Alston Mason. Again, Missouri State without James Graham and Brian Trimble once again.
The two guys who are big players in their rotation. Missing those guys tonight for sure. A short bench for Missouri State once again.
Deflection by Missouri State, and they're going to call Henry with the kick. And that'll go back over to the Bears. So you get a look at Dana Ford in his 5th year. Break him down a little bit further in his time at Missouri State. Of course, alum of the Valley at Illinois State, player in his own right. And they've won 10 conference games in 4 of his 5 seasons in Springfield.
Hey, you want to talk about consistency? Dana Ford has brought it to Springfield with this program, and has a couple really, really good teams, and this team competing for a top 4 seed in the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament.
3 splashed in from the right wing. That's Chance Moore. As Matt said in the open, he hit 3 of those in the final 2 minutes to seal the win at Evansville on Sunday.
Yeah, and he's a 36% three-point shooter as well. He has the most 3 makes in the team as well. That's his 43rd of the season, and provides instant offense anytime he's in the game. And right there, a much-needed bucket for Missouri State, getting them within 9. Again there, look at that one. Way out there from Moore.
And Moore, 5 games with Arkansas last year. He went 0 for 7 against Bradley and the Braves win in Springfield, so his first bucket against the U this year, and that's a great sign for the Bears to get him going early.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it was Missouri State's first basket in 4.5 minutes as well, so good time to insert him into the game. And we talked about it at the top, you know, he just plays 22 minutes a game, and the offense that Chance Moore can bring is something that the Bears are really going to need here in this early deficit. A team that really likes to grind it out, you know, draw out the clock a little bit. They're going to have to bring up their speed of play maybe a little bit, try to get back in this one.
Montgomery to inbound. Darius Hannah in for the first time. Hannah, Hickman off the curl, back to Hannah, who is met at the rim. Going back up is Hannah. Good resilience by the big man. Thought he was going to have the two-handed slam, but equally as effective on the second chance putback.
Really nice help side defense from Moore there, or Clay trying to get back to block the initial shot. But as you mentioned, some really good tenacity from Hannah to get the second chance opportunity in. And here's a turnover from Missouri State as Alston Mason steps out of bounds.
NJ Benson's going to come in for the Bears. He'll come in for Clay. But as good of a start as you could have imagined for Bradley. Fresh off the 35-point win against Murray State. Hickman again to Hannah. This time he kicks it back out. Leon's at the low block. Throws one up and scores. Everything dropping for the Braves right now.
Yeah, really simple offense there from Malvi. Leons drives in, gets close, keeps the footwork down, and a nice little hook shot over the defender. We talk about a great start for Bradley's offense. They are 9 for 11 from the field here early on.
Mason, who played all 40 minutes in the game against Evansville, has one sent away. The Braves will run the other way. Leons spinning in, floats one up, and Benson the rebound. Numbers for Missouri State.
Yeah, 5-on-4 here as Leon's late to get back. 3 in the air.
Second chance opportunity, kicked back out. Kendall Moore again stepped on the sideline. Second time in as many minutes. And it'll go back over to the Braves.
Yeah, just some unnecessary turnovers here from Missouri State early on. Those are killers when you're playing from behind, trying to get back into it. It's now the 4th turnover here from Missouri State.
Hickman to walk it up. Here's Leons. Tavanainen will curl from the elbow, is short. And Mason will walk it up and slow things down. Again, Missouri State, a team that will play deep into the shot clock on both ends of the floor. Help side defense from Hannah thwarts that opportunity, but it'll stay with Missouri State. Out of the timeout, 11:41 remaining here in the half. Great start for the home team. They lead by 13. You're watching the Valley on ESPN.
And what if I need help picking a plane?
State Farm's here to help.
What up, Bo?
Hey, guys.
What if he's not actually 7'4"?
We good? Yeah, we good. Good work today, boys. Oh, it's 11.
At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
There it is, the largest gig speed network. It's so fast, it's game on for the whole house. Okay, you spent way too much time rehearsing that. The champ here, his gig speeds run on Can't Catch Me Wi-Fi. And these upstairs all-nighters rock Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig.
We booked a gig?
Not that kind of gig. We're talking about Xfinity X5. It puts the gig in gig speed.
Bradley University student athletes live their sport, so when an injury occurs, they need a team of specialists focused and ready to get them back in action. The sports medicine doctors at OSF Healthcare, in partnership with Great Plains Orthopedics, are specially trained to restore function to injured athletes so they can get back to competing as soon as possible. OSF Healthcare and Great Plains Orthopedics are proud to be the official sports medicine providers for Bradley Athletics.
Let's take a look back at the first matchup about 2.5 months ago. These teams are way different and certainly have evolved throughout the course of the season. But back then, it was really a dominant performance by the Braves, especially on the defensive end, limiting Missouri State to just 40 points. And weren't really all that tested in that matchup.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And you know, Bradley's defense, you mentioned the amount of points they gave up, held Missouri State just to 31% shooting from the floor. And Donovan Clay, who was one of their leading scorers, just to 4 points in that ball game as well, too. So, you know, Bradley defensively, they hang their hat on that side of the floor. They really got it done in that win at Springfield back on December 3rd. And, you know, so far the defense has been great once again, but Bradley's offense has really been the key so far. Already shooting 75%, 9 of 12 from the field to start this one.
What a matchup we have here. Leon's on Moore, and Moore splashes home his second three. He doesn't need a lot of space, does he?
Hey, you talk about instant offense and not needing space. Malvi Leon's draped all over him on that one, but he knocks down the three, and Bradley with a quick answer with Hickman.
Yeah, Hickman, his first field goal, first shot attempt. Sophomore from Bloomington, Indiana, as Mason again will bring it up. As his choice of ball screens goes left, now goes right. There's Moore with lay-ons on him.
And this is where it's so dangerous, too.
Couldn't get it to go. Benson has it blocked by Leons. He leads the Valley in that category, and then he forces a jump ball. It'll stay with Missouri State and 17 to shoot.
Yeah, you see right there what Moore can do. You obviously play him on his three-point prowess and drives right by Leons. Leons does a good job coming back and trying to get a piece of it to alter the shot. Missouri State, good job, nice hustle, keeping this play alive. Opportunity for a second chance off this baseline out of bounds.
Mason. Clay, top of the circle. Right side here again is Chance Moore. Clay, not known for his three-point shooting, but he knocks one down from the right wing. Big shot for Donovan Clay.
You mentioned it, Brian. Doesn't shoot too many three-pointers. That's just his 12th three-point make of the season, shooting at 29% clip. And Clay is a dominant one-on-one player and really great offensively. That's the one part of his game he's not prolific at. It's a big three ball right there.
He did have 17 in the win at Evansville. And now Missouri State will bring it up. Mayo. Here's Clay. Henry on him. Clay fading away, can't get it to go, and Mast rips it away from a streaking Mayo.
Terrific one-on-one defense there by Henry as well, not fouling on that attempt. Getting Bradley this opportunity on the other end.
Dean on the pick and roll to Mast. Mast powering his way in now with the baby hook too strong, and the rebound goes to Moore. Bradley led by as many as 13. Missouri State has it at 9. Moore gets by Leons, and he's fouled by Mast. A good foul.
Great foul, but Chance Moore's up there about ready to kiss the rim on that attempt. An absolute Hobbs. Take another look. Good strong drive. And as you mentioned, Brian, nice foul by Rick Mast there to prevent the three-point play opportunity.
Or a 61% foul shooter. Missouri State as a team just 63%. It's a far cry from when they were nearly 80% a year ago. That was second in the nation. Yes, it's a new roster for the most part, but quite a difference in their efficiency at the line over the last couple of years as Moore looks to earn a split, and he's able to do so to cut the deficit to 8 for Missouri State. Dean will walk it up. Give back to Dean. He's got 5, and he has that blocked by Mayo.
Yeah, really nicely done there. Mayo recovering to alter the shot and gets a piece of it. You got to give Missouri State a lot of credit here after looking a little shell shock coming out of the gates. They've had a nice response here. Opportunity to get this lead even lower.
Good help by Henry, and he forces the turnover. And the Braves will have a chance on that last trip, the block by Mayo. Both these teams really good shot blocking teams. Missouri State second in the league, Bradley third. And now Dean will slowly bring it up. Mast, there's Hannah. Guarded by Mogbo. Hannah with the left, and he gets it to go.
Pretty good defense by Mogbo, but Hannah just better offense. The spin move, little shot fake, get the defender off balance a little bit. Left-handed hook shot is good. Darius Hannah now with 4 points for the Braves.
One of 6 different Braves to have scored already in this one. Clay with the right-handed finger roll. It spins off and Mast the rebound.
Clay so hard to guard on that spot, part of the floor. Going one-on-one against Hannah.
Montgomery tries for the second chance three.
Yeah. Zeke Montgomery. Mayo was sticking with him a little bit after that offensive rebound, then just completely left the ball. Zeke Montgomery says, all right, gonna leave me open, I'll shoot it. Knocks down the triple.
Well, Missouri State was starting to creep back into this one, and now the Braves have matched their largest lead of the first half. It's 13 with 7:56 remaining in the half here on the Valley on ESPN.
This is Antonelli's Cheese Shop, and we're the Antonellis.
We chose our Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because we earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
And with no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to our business needs. What's in your wallet?
Back for another flounder fish sandwich?
And a shrimp tackle box.
Let us do the fishing while y'all enjoy our seafood that you'll love. Get them before they're gone.
A ballet studio, an architecture firm, and homemade barbecue sauce. They're called small businesses, but to the people who build them, there's nothing small about them. That's why at T-Mobile for Business, you'll save more than $1,000 versus Verizon. And with Price Lock Guarantee, we'll never raise your rate plan, so you can keep your focus on toe turns and making sure the sauce is extra spicy. At T-Mobile, there are no small businesses.
As an actor, it's my job to make people believe what they're seeing is real.
Wow! That's fantastic!
Or was I just acting? Only way to find out is to try it yourself.
Can you hear me calling out your name?
Dana Ford trying to rally his squad, who's fallen behind by 13. We talked about it a little bit earlier, Matt, but this season at Missouri State, again, went to Illinois State. He's been in this building plenty of times, both as a player and as a coach, and he's had to deal with a lot of roster turnover. He's brought in some pretty highly touted recruits, and he's obviously, as we said, had a lot of winning seasons and some success here at Missouri State.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit earlier with the 9 Division I transfers on the team and 14 different starting lineups. All 13 players who have appeared in a game this season for Missouri State have started at least one game as well, too. So you talk about trying to find different permutations, and as the season has gone on, they've started to find a little bit more rhythm, and we see with their recent win streak and playing some really good basketball, starting to turn it around a little bit.
Mason with the fade cut now gets the ball screen. Moore will launch again, not this time, and it's tracked down by Dean, who quickly gets it away before the trap comes.
Yeah, you see Chance Morrow has the eternal green light firing that one. And they're going to need his offense for sure.
Mast on the post up, he squares up now, lob for Hannah, and he lost it out of bounds. It'll go back to Missouri State. Both these teams toward the top in scoring defense in the league. The top 30 nationally as well. Moore back to Clay. Good ball movement by Missouri State. Good recovery by Bradley defensively as well. Mayo lost his footing, gets it back and scores. Nicely done.
Yeah, give him a lot of credit right there, keeping that play alive, able to get the second chance off of his initial miss to score it.
And how about Hannah at the other end?
Been really impressed with his offensive development here the last, 10 games or so for Bradley. Darius Hannah right there with the confidence to back down his defender, get the left-handed hook. He's now tied for the Bradley lead in individual points with 6.
Yeah, along with Rink Mast. The two bigs for the Braves really contributing as the Braves have dominated in the paint early on.
Yeah, you talk about points in the paint. Bradley has 18 points in the paint already to Missouri State's 4. A huge discrepancy just 14 minutes in the ball game. You see that offensive rebounding prowess paying off for Missouri State.
Active hands by both sides. It'll stay in possession of the Bears. Slew of substitutions coming in now. Henry Tavanainen And Christian Davis, well, he was going to check in. Now he heads back, and Chance Moore will check out in favor of Kendall Moore for Missouri State.
Missouri State, such a prolific offensive rebounding team, and they average 11 offensive rebounds per game, the most in the Valley, already with 6 offensive boards here in the first half. Really thriving there in the second chance opportunities.
Yeah, that's a fun team matchup. Is the offensive rebounding prowess, which is on display there for Missouri State. Gets the buckets against Bradley, who's 20th in the country in defensive rebounding percentage. An elite defensive rebounding team. Hickman a little too strong on the take. And here come the Bears the other way. Out to Moore. His wing three is off the mark. And a whistle and a foul is going to go on Darius Hannah, holding up Jonathan Magbo.
Yeah, and you're really starting to see Missouri State flex their strength down low on the offensive end in terms of moving the basketball and getting these second chance opportunities. Right there, loose ball fouls. It looked like Missouri State was about to get their 8th offensive rebound. Nonetheless, it's a foul, and they keep it with 20 seconds on the shot clock now.
Step back three from Mason is good. Austin Mason is first three, and Connor Hickman's a little shaken up. And hope he's all right. Looking at his right foot, it appears.
Yeah, it looked like on this, he's coming out to contest a little bit. Maybe landed on his foot, on Mason's foot. Just had a little bit of a twist. And he's up and walking. He's going to go back to the locker room. Check him out. A huge shot there from Mason to get Missouri State within 8 now with 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
That's his first field goal on 4 attempts. Coming off a really strong performance. We had 18 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists in the win at Evansville.
And played all 40 minutes in that game as well, too. The Oklahoma transfer has been really impressive. When we talk about the last 6 games since he's returned to the starting lineup for Dana Ford, averaging 17 points per game and has a team-high 34 assists over that time span. So he's been playing really, really good basketball since he's been inserted back into the starting lineup.
Henry Leons back to Henry. Magbo defending him. Henry goes up and one.
Yeah, love that from Deshaun Henry, getting the Carver Arena fans fired up on that one. Opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play. You see him working here off of the drive, backing his man down. Fake one-way comeback. Magbo picks up the foul.
That's just power versus power there as Henry scores his first bucket. And the rebound to Benson. Bradley's led the entire way if you're just joining us. Mason gets it out. Moore's corner three. And Dean comes up with it. Dean to push it up the floor. No look, Leons back to Henry going baseline. Reverse spins in.
Yeah, we talk about his patience down low. Really nice shot fake from Deshaun Henry as he glides across the lane. Uses the rim there as some protection. Gets it up and in.
That one's deep, blocked by Dean. Hannah taps it to himself, and here he goes. Hannah up and in.
What a first half from Darius Hannah. Taking that one on the fast break all by himself, the 6'9" forward. Showing a little bit of handles. Nice prowess at the hoop to put it up and in. He's got 8 points for Bradley.
That's a game high for Hannah, those 8 points, Matt. Go along with 3 rebounds, 4 of 5 shooting. Clay looking to quiet the crowd and does. His second triple of the half. And it brings the lead back to 11 for the Braves. Bradley shooting 67% from the floor, a slight decrease after that one rims out. Here's Mason, gets around Dean, going baseline, back out to Clay. He'll try again, why not? Not this time. Benson underneath. and had no angle at it, influenced by Hanna. Bounce past Tavanainen. Tavanainen in, pump fake, no. Caught by Leons, no, and able to clear it is Mayo.
Yeah, I love the bounce pass there to set the Braves out in transition, but two pretty decent looks at it. Not able to get anything to go. Dana Ford wants his team to slow it down a little bit on the offensive end, get a high quality look.
Mason on the hesitation, splits a pair of defenders and couldn't get it to go. Now the Braves will slow it down. Brian Wardle signaling what he wants with his primary ball handler to Leons. There's on the low block to Henry. He scored the last two field goals, or two of the last three field goals for the Braves. And he and his teammates will possess out of the timeout. 2:07 remaining here in the first half. Bradley clicking on offense, shooting 59% from the floor en route to an 11-point lead.
Dear all-wheel drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Yours, Toyota all-wheel drive sedans.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This is the great state where you'll find hearts bigger, beating truer, and always wide open. Country miles with never-ending pride, virtues and values, and colors that run deep. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we were born and raised in the land of Lincoln. And like you, we'll always be here, standing for all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield, nationwide strong, Illinois born.
35-24 is the score. You're going to look at the Bradley huddle, and Brian Wardle, he's in there somewhere, also assisted by Brian Jones. You see there, associate head coach is Jimmy Foster.
His staff plays good defense, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Staff's playing good defense on that
they got
shot.
some size, they got some length, that's for sure. But in his 8th year, and a team that everyone seems to play. Everyone plays meaningful basketball in February because nobody's out of it. But they always seem to play meaningful games in February when it comes to being towards the top of the standings. That is the case again this year, always playing their best ball at the end of the year. And a team that, heading into tonight, of course, tied for first in Valley action. And, they've been cooking as of late, especially here at home at Carver Arena, but also on the road they've won a few as well. As Matt just pointed, Connor Hickman looks like he's heading back from the locker room to the bench, but it's been another outstanding year for Brian Wardle, his staff, and his team.
You talk about the success they've had as of late. A 6-game winning streak is actually the longest in Brian Wardle's tenure here at Bradley, and Bradley's longest winning streak since 2008 as well. So enjoying some good times here at Carver Arena, and gonna get a loose ball foul here on Missouri State.
That's gonna go on Mogbo, and that's his second.
And Bradley's done a great job of neutralizing him. Jonathan Mogbo, has been tremendous as of late for Missouri State, an elite defender. His offense has really excelled here as of late too, and Bradley done a good job of neutralizing him.
Montgomery didn't need any space to knock down that jumper. And Montgomery now with 7 points on 3 of 4 shooting.
And the open 3 off of the offensive rebound, and then he's had 2 little mid-range jumpers like that. Zeke Montgomery's offense heating up.
That's going to go on Henry. That's the 3rd team foul on the Braves. It's been a relatively clean half from a fouling perspective. Mogbo, as we mentioned a minute ago, with 2 fouls. Nobody else with multiple.
See Connor Hickman checking back in, get a nice round of applause after getting checked out in the locker room. He's okay to return.
Magbo will stay. Again, just 9 rotational players in from Missouri State with their injuries. Actually 19th in the country in bench minutes. They use their bench as much as anyone. A lot of that's, Chance Moore. But with all the different rotations they've had, as Clay in the lane this time has one spin off. Magbo keeping it alive, but Leon strips it away from him.
Yeah, really good tenacity there from the Bears trying to keep that play alive. Bradley out in transition. Zeke Montgomery almost threw that one in from half court, looking for the lob to mast.
On the perimeter is Clay.
Brian, going back to your point about Missouri State and their bench, they lead the league in bench scoring as well, accounting for 38% of their team's scoring as well. That's more, has 38% of the team's bench points. You see Clay with the fadeaway.
Step back jumper, and he beats the buzzer. Donovan Clay now with 12 points. Already surpassed his season average here in the first half. And the Braves will use their first half timeout with about a 4-second differential, shot clock to game clock. And where Bradley's had a lot of success over the course of the last several years is these ATOs, after timeouts. See what they draw up, but nice move by Donovan Clay, who's feeling it for Missouri State.
Yeah, without a doubt, 12 points to lead all scorers, and they've really needed every single one of those points from Clay in terms of staying within striking distance here. It's a 9-point game right before halftime, and Clay has done a really, really good job for the Bears getting some offense as well with Chance Moore with a couple of threes he hit coming off the bench. Some nice production from Damian Mayo Jr. as well, and doing a good job of staying within striking range here.
Yeah, Clay with half of the team's field goals. It's 5 of 10 shooting. The Braves have held Missouri State to 32% from the floor here in the first half. And let's see what they draw up.
Missouri State comes out with a little bit of a zone look as well, kind of a 2-3 and match up now. Let's see what Bradley can get out of the set.
High screen, Montgomery, and a rescreen, but he dribbled off his left foot, and it'll turn it back over to Missouri State. And now the Bears will have it for the final shot. A chance to gain a little bit of momentum, cut this into single digits heading into the half. They've already used 2 timeouts, have the Bears here in the first half, so they're gonna play it out. Mason will let it travel, now picks it up. And here he goes, Mason, left side of the lane, back out to Clay for 3. That one well short. And that's how the first half ends here at Carver Arena. The Braves got off to a roaring start. Cleveland 18-4 at one point, and they walk into the locker room with an 11-point lead. We'll step aside, take a timeout. First half stats, highlights, and more coming up next on the Valley on ESPN.
This is Antonelli's Cheese Shop, and we're the Antonellis.
We chose our Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because we earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
And with no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to our business needs. What's in your wallet?
Game on. See ya. Permission to launch.
Bend with the wind.
Almost there.
BK Melsa here, everyone say cheese. Classic bacon and spicy. Flame grilled double on the toasted bun with the caramelized onions. Now I want one. BK, have it your way.
T-Mobile has the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus for free and price lock guarantee. Do you?
Well...
T-Mobile will never raise my rates for talk, text, and data. Will you?
Well, yes. T-Mobile has price lock guarantee and a free Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus.
Switch to T-Mobile and get a free Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus with no trade-in required.
How do I do it all? With a little help.
And to support my family's immune health, I choose Airborne. Unlike some others, Airborne gives you vitamin C and so much more. It's an 8-in-1 immune support formula. Airborne, do more. Are we still on for 3?
I'm on the phone.
When your team needs more space to work and eat,
Carl, is that mackerel?
No, it's trout.
it matters where you stay.
Fish tacos?
Carl.
Hilton for the stay.
In a world controlled by gas, there's only one way out. The Skill Power Core 40 yard equipment. Its advanced lithium battery technology is just as powerful as gas. Ditch the gas, keep the power. With Skill.
Mr. Clark, your daughter is a very good kisser.
When you crave the uncomfortable, try new Spicy Pringles Scorchin'.
Halftime at Carver Arena, 37-26. Bradley on top of Missouri State. And Matt, the Braves really pounced on the Bears early on in this one.
Yeah, it was an absolute blitz from Bradley's offense. They made 9 of their first 11 field goals, jumped out to an 18-4 lead, and really doing it from different levels. And Duke Dean with a step-back three-pointer there. Did a really good job of getting the ball inside as well. And Bradley jumped out to a huge lead. Missouri State got some instant offense off of the bench thanks to Chance Moore, a couple of three-pointers as well. I saw Clay knock down 2 threes as well, but Darius Hannah, we talk about the game he's had so far, leading all Bradley scorers with 8 points. He's been instant offense off the bench as well. We talked about Tavanainen at the top. Well, Hannah's been the star from the bench for Bradley so far, and you know, Bradley really dominating right here. Points in the paint, out to a 24-6 advantage in the first half, and doing a good job getting out in transition as well. Overall, Bradley really kind of dominating the first half. Give Missouri State a lot of credit for being down just 11 here at halftime, despite the big differences in the stats that we see right there in field goal percentage.
Yeah, no question, Matt. The Braves just been very efficient offensively and defensively. They're doing what they do best, and that's make life very difficult on the opposition. Missouri State's been able to stay in it with those second chance opportunities, an excellent offensive rebounding team, and you know, 2, as we said, elite rebounding teams in general. And right now the Braves just shooting much better, and that's kind of the point of the lead. But credit the Bears for sticking around when it really could have gotten ugly early.
Yeah, and a lot of it was just getting down and dirty, gritty, second chance opportunities. You know, Missouri State has 9 offensive rebounds in the first half, so that's something that Bradley will want to try to clean up in the second half. And if you're Dana Ford, you want to see more of those opportunities go in and get a second chance and being scrappy. And overall, for Missouri State to get back in this one, their defense has to be a lot better. Got to get Bradley down below that 50%, 40%, closer to 40% in the second half for Missouri State to have a chance here in the second half to come back.
Let's step aside, take another timeout. Let's take a look around the Valley. Not a full slate of action, but a near full slate of action. We'll get you caught up on that, as well as some other things heading into the second half with the Braves leading by 11 here at half on the Valley on ESPN.
When you buy 10 tickets on Vivid Seats, you get the 11th ticket free. I wonder what my 11th will be.
Hey, you're trash!
Living rent-free in a hockey player's head?
Or maybe just make some noise!
What's your 11th?
Meet a future mom, a first-time mom, and a seasoned pro. This mom's one step closer to their new minivan. Yeah, you'll get used to it. This mom's depositing money with tools on hand. Cha-ching. And this mom, well, she's setting an appointment here so her son can get set up there and start his own financial journey. That's because these moms all have Chase. Smart bankers, convenient tools. One bank with the power of both. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Mr. Clark, your daughter is a very good kisser.
When you crave the uncomfortable, try new Spicy Pringles Scorchin'.
Back for another flounder fish sandwich?
And a shrimp tackle box. Let us do the fishing while y'all enjoy seafood that you'll love. Get them before they're gone.
People who come to cricket, stay with cricket.
I started my own app company, and with Cricket, I'm able to answer calls from my engineers and investors and know my signal's going to be great.
Cricket has allowed me to stay connected and really just enjoy a little bit more of that travel lifestyle.
The reliability that I've had with Cricket, for me personally, is unmatched, and that's why I stick with them.
From affordable service to the latest 5G phones, Cricket has something for everyone. Smile, you're on Cricket.
You remembered her favorite binky, right?
I forgot the binky.
Our top story. A father has forgotten the binky, but he's capturing hearts.
He got the binky!
Binky. She only likes the blue one.
Kia, movement that inspires.
I was having challenges with my old bank. Lots of red flags. Yellow ones too. Fees, penalties,
Unnecessary fees.
playing dirty. So I broke up with bad banking and moved on with SoFi Checking and Savings. Now I earn higher interest on all my money and pay no account fees. Feels good to get my money right.
Banker disqualified.
Break up with bad banking. Get up to 3.75% interest and earn up to $250 when you set up direct deposit. SoFi, get your money right.
A riveting game of Simon Says, but we're going to have to pull away from it, Matt. We'll have to rewatch or watch the replay to figure out who wins this finals matchup here, because we got to get you around the Missouri Valley Conference. 5 games in action tonight. There was one final last night with SIU winning at Valparaiso, but you get a look at that one here. Going on currently, a couple of blowouts. Belmont all over Evansville, Indiana State, on the south side of Chicago, pummeling the Flames. Murray State, a late first half comeback to take a lead on Illinois State. And then for those, Braves fans watching this one that are, going to be scoreboard watching, Drake at UNI is about to get started here in a few minutes in Cedar Falls.
Yeah, obviously, you look at that Drake UNI game, that's first place implications on the line. Obviously, Northern Iowa trying to get off the schneid a little bit, but a rivalry game there in the state of Iowa, without a doubt. And every game means so much with just 4 games remaining here in the regular season. Yeah, and UNI took Drake to double overtime in Des Moines recently as well. Let's take a look at the standings now as we paint a picture for you. Bradley Drake sitting atop the conference as well. SIU now just a half game behind at 12-5 based on their win last night. I mean, this is as close as you could possibly get. Every game with so much implications, but Drake and Bradley, at the end of the day, they're the only 2 teams that can really control their own destiny. They control their own destiny. They play each other at the last day of the season right here in Peoria. Talk about the teams that have 12 wins. Southern Illinois, you mentioned, in that company now. As well, Belmont, they just went final down there again. They're winning against Evansville, so they're at 12 wins as well, too. You see, Missouri State still has a chance to get into the top 4 in terms of, hey, maybe they win 3 of their last 4 of the last 4 games. They can sneak into that top 4, get a first-round bye. So there's a lot still on the line in terms of seeding for the Missouri Valley Conference tournament. Who you want to play, who you don't want to play. I mean, Valparaiso's playing excellent basketball right now. There's just a lot going on, and really exciting time here these last 2 weeks. It will be fun to see what happens when it shakes up going into St. Louis. Yeah, after tonight, 3 conference games remaining for each team, but we still got 20 minutes of action here in Peoria in a game that, shockingly enough, has seeding implications with right now Bradley on top of Missouri State 37-26. Back for the second half of action after this on the Valley on ESPN.
When there's real strawberries, crunchy almonds, smooth yogurty clusters, and crisp toasted flakes.
Happy to format it for you.
What else can you do but dig in? Special K, do what's delicious.
Back for another Flounder Fish sandwich?
and a shrimp tackle box. Let us do the fishing while y'all enjoy our seafood that you'll love. Get them before they're gone.
Everyone's go-to bra looks a little different. Save on your favorites from Vanity Fair. Kohl's.
The Sport Clips MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world. And now, it's better than ever. It's a perfectly steamed hot towel, infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana. Oh yeah. The MVP haircut experience, only at Sport Clips.
Lowe's knows it's not just what we've got, it's who we've got. That's why we got nearly 300,000 associates that got your back. Sure, Lowe's knows the tools, materials, and tech to tackle it all. But Lowe's knows you also need the how-to crew. And the partners pros count on. Lowe's knows no matter what you're taking on, it's always easier when you got the right people, the right products, all at the right place. You got this, and we got you.
Ziploc knows there's no such thing as a normal dinner. Ziploc silicone and durables are designed to go from freezer to stove to anywhere, again and again. Normal dinner is what you make it. Ziploc and durables unlock life. S.C. Johnson, a family company.
What makes this time special? Have you ever seen an entire arena go cold? A nightmare that never rests. The unbelievable is everywhere. Welcome to the playoff push.
This event gets better every year and buzzing with excitement right now.
We'll see if they can avoid the water.
No chance.
Oh, yes! He knocks it in. A souvenir for a lucky fan.
Bradley shooting 59% from the floor, but Matt, like it's been most of the year, it's been a very balanced effort.
Yeah, without a doubt, 8 different Bradley players have played in this contest. 7 have scored, and Bradley doing a great job of sharing the basketball, passing up good looks for great looks. You mentioned Darius Hannah's impact. He leads the Braves in scoring off the bench. Zeke Montgomery getting involved. Deshaun Henry, Duke Dean with a 3. Rink Mast had a prolific start to the game. He had 6 of Bradley's, I believe, first 8 to 10 points. A really good start for Rink Mast. So Bradley's offense kind of firing on all cylinders in the first half, as you mentioned, shooting a really high clip of 59% in the first half.
Yeah, and Matt, it really speaks to the depth, right? They have a lot of different guys that can score the basketball, and they trust a very deep rotation. And that includes guys that don't always see a ton of time on the floor just because of that depth, but they go pretty deep, not only with the guys that we see on a night in and night out, but if foul trouble happens, a minor injury occurs, they have guys that can come in and play really well too.
Yeah, and Coach Wardle's comfortable playing 11 guys. They said today to us, we have 11 guys we're confident and can come in and play valuable minutes. So they kind of have that rotation of their top 8 guys who have so far played tonight, but there's depth beyond that as well. And you've kind of seen that in the recent games. Christian Davis coming off the bench and having some good spark as well too. So just a really good job by Bradley getting that balanced attack out to a good start again the first half.
We've talked a lot about Bradley, playing at top of the conference alongside Drake. Missouri State, as you said, Matt, still a chance to get into that top 4, which has never been more important in Arch Madness. And even then, they think that there's a lot that they could just play for and gain because they don't have the traditional sort of continuity and experiences that they normally do. As Deshaun Henry, 3rd time's a charm, gets the Braves on the board.
Yeah, it was a little stat padding there. I think that second attempt, he just said, I'm going to get an extra rebound here. Deshaun Henry gets that one to go, as you mentioned, 3rd time the charm, and up to 6 points, and now with 7th potentially in the hopper.
And now, first appearance from Dalen Riginal, who will come in for Mogbo, because that's his 3rd. But to my point earlier is that You mentioned the 9 D1 transfers for Missouri State, and they've been a team at times where they've had a lot. Henry Banks one in. Now they're even, right? Clay Banks, I guess that was a 2-pointer, but Henry Banks one in. But with new guys is that they continually try to get better and get themselves in a position where they're playing their best basketball at the end of the year as well. So good start for the Braves out of the second half. They get 3 points on their first trip. Let's see how the Bears come out and respond.
And now is Mash Bradley's largest lead of the game of 14. Missouri State, once again, third time this game, they've caught the ball out on the perimeter, and a stray foot steps out of bounds. A costly turnover there for the Bears.
That one's going to go on Mayo. And now Dean will bring it up. Started by Kendall Moore. Mass thought about it instead. Gets great position underneath to Henry. Jashawn Henry. All of a sudden with 9 points to lead all Bradley scores.
And a nice feed by Rink Mass, getting it down low. And Original plays really good defense down there on Henry as well, but some really nice offensive move there from Henry. Got Bradley up to a flying start here in the second half.
And he needs now just 20 points to get to 1,000 for his career. And he gets the rebound. That's his 5th board of the night.
And bring it up, playing a little point forward as well.
Hickman off the screen, back to Mass. Again, looking for Henry. Mass down the floor, gets space and scores this time with the left.
Yeah, Bradley just going one-on-one down low, just emphasizing that advantage they had in the first half. Now points in the paint for Bradley, a 30-6 advantage. Bradley is just making a living down low. And doing it here to start the second half as well. Great start.
Second half starting a lot like the first half. Bradley on a 7-0 run in the second 20 minutes. We'll step aside, take a timeout with the Braves up 18.
And what if I want a new car?
State Farm's here to help.
What if I want a new career? Keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it again, keep bouncing it again, keep bouncing it really quick, keep bouncing it again, keep run and bounce it, keep bounce it, keep bounce it, keep bounce it again, keep bounce it real quick. Feel free to jump in. Keep bounce it again, keep bounce it again.
At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I started in 1951 when I was 14 years old. A gentleman by the name of Joe O'Brien, he told me, he said, I've had planes, I've had motorhomes, I've had big houses, I've had little houses, Wayne. He said, I've had everything that I've ever wanted, but he said, I've never appreciated anything more than a motorcycle. You get on it, you go where you want to go, and you don't have to answer to anybody. Sometimes you can call it work, other times it's just a pleasure to do what you do every day.
It begins here. The State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship hits the hardwood at Enterprise Center March 2nd through 5th in St. Louis. Don't miss any of the action, as 12 Missouri Valley teams will compete for an automatic NCAA berth for the first time in Arch Madness history. To get your tickets for college basketball's premier conference tournament, visit archmadness.com now.
Bradley University student athletes live their sport, so when an injury occurs, they need a team of specialists focused and ready to get them back in action. The sports medicine doctors at OSF Healthcare, in partnership with Great Plains Orthopedics, are specially trained to restore function to injured athletes so they can get back to competing as soon as possible. OSF Healthcare and Great Plains Orthopedics are proud to be the official sports medicine providers for Bradley Athletics.
Great start to the second half for the Braves, who've just, quite frankly, they've just been dominant in the paint tonight.
Without a doubt, Jashawn Henry has been absolutely electric down low, and Rink Mass taking Donovan Clay one-on-one. Not too many big men in the Missouri Valley Conference that can guard Rink Mass one-on-one in the paint, and Dana Ford just saying, what do we got to do to stop these guys on the offensive end, and really need somebody to step up on that defensive end for Missouri State, but also offensively got to find some spark here.
Mason gets the high screen from Benson, back to Benson. He's cut off, back out to Original. Now Clay, who had a pair of threes in the first half, this time opts to back in and post up on Mast. Goes up at the right, no good.
Tough.
And great defense by Mast.
Great defense, and Clay such a good one-on-one player, and Mast holds his own on that one. It really looks like Bradley's just letting Clay kind of get his one-on-one opportunities, not allowing anybody else to really hurt them so far. It's been a lot of Donovan Clay.
Mason retreats. Back to Clay, who had 12 first half points for the Bears. On the hesitation dribble blocked by Mass. Kick back out. Here's Kendall Moore from three, no good. And Hickman the board. Leon's out and running. Leon's going baseline with the reverse, no. Batted off the backboard, and Reginald comes up with it, and he's tripped up by Henry. It's the second on Henry. Again, outside of Mogbo, who's got three, nobody else outside of Henry, who just picked up his second, has multiple fouls tonight. Once again, Mason to bring it up. And I'll give to Chance Moore. Underneath the Clay. Henry on him. Mason tries a deep three. One and done for the Bears this time.
Yeah, and Mason's kind of struggled from behind the arc. Just 1 for 5 so far in this game. He's a guy who can fill it up a little bit from behind the three-point arc. And hasn't been able to really get it going today.
Mast is left alone. And Reginald the board, the 6'7" senior from Kansas City. And now Mason again up the timeline. One-on-one, Mason spins in the lane. I think nope, they're gonna call an and one. So Mason a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play, and that's the first points of the half for Missouri State.
Yeah, really good job there from Mason, kind of getting downhill. He likes to dribble to his left, spins back inside, draws the contact. Get a little bit of continuation there, get the bucket to go, plus the foul. And as you mentioned, Brian, Missouri State's first field goal here of the first half, make it a three-point play.
Talked about Missouri State's difficulties at the line. We're not going to include Alston Mason in that. He's an 88% foul shooter.
Yeah, now 45 of 51 on the season from the free throw line. Absolutely lights out.
Mast on the low block, backing in on Benson. Goes baseline, is doubled. Zips it out to Montgomery. Hickman, Leon's three. Hickman keeps it alive. Back to Leon's. And this time they go inside to Mast, who fades, and Reginald gets the board.
Big stop from Missouri State. Bradley moved the ball extremely well there. Will be a little upset that didn't get any points on the board there for some good offensive sets. Missouri State an opportunity here with the three in the air.
Reginald, he's got this distance and he knocks one down. A 36% three-point shooter. And a timeout taken by Bradley as Missouri State, after Bradley got off to a 7-0 run to start this half, Missouri State responds with one of their own. They've clawed within 12 with 15-14 to go.
Again?
Meet a future mom, a first-time mom, and a seasoned pro. This mom's one step closer to their new minivan. Yeah, you'll get used to it. This mom's depositing money with tools on hand. Cha-ching. And this mom, well, she's setting an appointment here so her son can get set up there and start his own financial journey. That's because these moms all have Chase. Smart bankers, convenient tools. One bank with the power of both. Chase, make more of what's yours.
BK Melsa here, everyone say cheese. Classic bacon and spicy. Flame grilled double on the toasted bun with the caramelized onions. Now I want one. BK, have it your way.
Hey, Seth, you getting ready to roll?
Yep, road trip. And now that I'm rolling with Verizon, I get why more people choose it.
Nice.
And I got this incredible iPhone 14 Pro on them.
Oh, love the camera. So you got an amazing network and save money doing it.
That's how I roll. Oh, no.
You lock your keys in the car again?
Yeah, I did.
Switch now and get iPhone 14 Pro on us. There's more. You get Apple Watch SE and iPad, all three on us. That's a value of up to $1,700. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Get the savings you want on the network you deserve. Verizon.
The Arch Madness app is the official app of the 2023 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament. The app has all the information you need to plan your trip to St. Louis, including the tournament schedule, tickets, hotel accommodations, and special events during Arch Madness. Log on to archmadness.com or download the Arch Madness app on your Android or iOS device now. That's just 15 short days away, Matt, from the first round of the tournament. As Zeke Montgomery out of the timeout knocks down a deuce.
Really simple offense coming off the screen, kind of curls it right into a mid-range jumper. His third mid-range jumper there in the paint today. Zeke Montgomery up to 9 points for the Braves.
And an efficient 4 of 5 shooting. Ends a 6-0 Bears run, and second chance putback couldn't go as Benson had it right at the rim and didn't finish. Slashing in is Hickman to a cutting Tavanainen, who lost it on his way up. And quickly the other way, here's Chance Moore out to Mason, and now he'll pull it out. Mason, Clay, a three is no good, and Montgomery the rebound. Skip pass, Montgomery's open, not this time, and Mason the board.
Yeah, Montgomery's the one guy you really don't want to leave wide open from behind the arc, shooting at 47% from three-point range for the Braves, unable to get that one to go though.
Moore, he hit 2 in the first half. Empty here in the second half thus far. Now goes inside, double pump, and gets it to go off the glass.
And once again, offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities is the calling card for Missouri State. That's their 11th offensive rebound of the game. Moore sticks with that one after the rebound from Benson.
The Bears gamble, come up empty, but good help side by Chance Moore to knock it away from Hannah. And it'll stay with Bradley. And a timeout was called. I'm not sure by who. This should not be a media timeout, and I think they're discussing that now. Yeah, I think that was an inadvertent whistle going to timeout, but we've had the appropriate amount of media timeouts. So both teams getting called back to the floor as Bradley will possess out of bounds underneath with 16 on the shot clock. Christian Davis into the ball game. Mass gives to Hickman, the inbounder, who comes up short. Original the rebound. He's played very well off the bench for the Bears.
Yeah, absolutely valuable minutes for him, doing a good job, some rebounds, and knocked down a big triple as well.
Played 28 games at Georgia last year off the bench for Missouri State. This year as Mason knocks down an elbow jumper to get Missouri State within 10.
Yeah, really great response here from Missouri State. You know, Bradley opened up the half on a 7-0 run, and since that point, Missouri State has kind of had the advantage. Doing a really good job here, staying within striking distance.
Montgomery, not this time, and Reginald again.
Absolutely, some big minutes off of the bench. Good rebound there. And now the Bears with an opportunity to get this thing back to single digits.
Mason step back deuce is
up?
good.
You see that?
Alston Mason feeling it. As the lead had ballooned up to 18, it's now down to 8. And a great response by Dana Ford and his team. Davis tries to answer. Henry keeps it alive. Back to Mast, he'll try a 3. Big shot by Rick Mast.
Yeah, huge answer there for the Braves. Jashawn Henry skying in for the offensive rebound. Second chance opportunity and finds a wide open Rick Mast, who's now into double figures with that 3-pointer. 11 points for Mast.
Hickman gets his hand in there. Mason lobbed for Benson, and Mast comes away with it. Mason anticipated it beautifully. Now tries to split a pair of defenders and lays it in.
Mason is absolutely single-handedly taken over from Missouri State in terms of offensive production as of late. Great steal there at midcourt and taking it coast to coast, finishing in traffic.
And officials timeout, and that will actually take us to immediate timeout. 11:25 to go. Here we go. Bradley still with a 9-point lead here at home.
Bradley University student athletes live their sport, so when an injury occurs, they need a team of specialists focused and ready to get them back in action. The sports medicine doctors at OSF Healthcare, in partnership with Great Plains Orthopedics, are specially trained to restore function to injured athletes so they can get back to competing as soon as possible. OSF Healthcare and Great Plains Orthopedics are proud to be the official sports medicine providers for Bradley Athletics.
There it is, the largest gig speed network. It's so fast, it's game on for the whole house. Okay, you spent way too much time rehearsing that. The champ here, his gig speeds run on Can't Catch Me Wi-Fi. And these upstairs all-nighters rock Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig.
We booked a gig?
Not that kind of gig. We're talking about Xfinity X5. It puts the gig in gig speed.
Dear all-wheel drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Yours, Toyota all-wheel drive sedans.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This is the great state where you'll find hearts bigger, beating truer, and always wide open. Country miles with never-ending pride, virtues and values, and colors that run deep. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we were born and raised in the land of Lincoln. And like you, we'll always be here, standing for all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield, nationwide strong, Illinois born.
Well, Matt, Bradley opened up an 18-point lead. This made it at 11 after Missouri State on a large run. But how about the second half from Alston Mason? It was Clay in the first half of Missouri State. Mason up to 12 points here in the second half.
It's been a back and forth second half here. Missouri State with a little bit of the momentum, thanks in large part because of Mason, that steal and score there, and doing a really good job of getting the Bears offense going. And now just a 9-point game, 11:25 to play. This one's still up in the balance.
Dean will bring it up. It's the high ball screen and the rescreen this time for Mast. Pick and roll to Mast. Finds Henry underneath, and he couldn't convert, and Benson the rebound.
Really good look, Jashawn Henry just can't get that one to go, and a little bit of an escape there from the Bears. Now an opportunity to get this thing to 6 or 7 with a bucket.
Deep in the shot clock go the Bears once again. Out to Clay. Good activity underneath. Benson gives the Bears another chance.
Donovan Clay with just 38 three-point attempts on the season coming into this game. He's now taken 6 today. Bradley almost teeing it up for him to shoot from beyond the arc.
Mayo no. Henry plays it off the backboard to himself, but Mass cleans it up.
Give him a half rebound on that one, getting it to Mass, and a wide open Malvi Leons.
Caught in the air by Benson. And now Mason once again will bring it up.
Leon's a 39% three-point shooter. Fails to even hit the rim on that one. Very uncharacteristic.
There's Benson on the low block. Working on Mass. Finger roll up and in, and it's down to 7.
Missouri State showing a lot of fight here in the second half, especially in the paint. They've really tightened it up. We talked about how much Bradley dominated the first half, points in the paint and the rebound battle. And Missouri State has really had a good second half here. Getting some from production down low.
Curling in his Leons in the lane. Fades, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, tough foul there. Gonna get Mayo on the reach in. Pardon me, that's gonna be Benson rather, as Malvi Leon's gonna go to the free throw line.
So Leons get another look. His first trip to the line tonight. Solid 76%. He's only one of 3 players, only 3 players since 1992 have recorded both 40 steals and 40+ blocks in the same season. As he splits a pair, but masked out to Tavanainen. Not this time. Clay chases it down. And now Mason again off to operate. Mason gets by Dean, and great touch by Mason. And Missouri State within 6.
Yeah, Mason just been absolutely prolific here in the second half. 11 points here in the first 11 minutes, 1 point per minute, as Vile Tavanainen comes up with an answer on the dribble drive and right-hand lay-in.
Couldn't get the 3 on the previous trip. This time gets the deuce off the glass. And a good answer by the senior from Helsinki. Nash shows on the ball screen. Right side, more for 3 is too strong. And the teammates go after it, both Tavanainen and Leons, and they hold up Original, and it'll be Missouri State basketball.
Yeah, unfortunate miscommunication there from the Braves. 2 guys on the same team with the rebounds. You get another look. Original's not giving up on the play, sticks with it, gets to the ball first, and Leons gets called for the fouls. He pulls him back. In the second half, we've seen Mason really take over in large parts with those 11 points. His ability to drive and get downhill. You see right here, Rink Mass coming out and showing a good job getting back by Hickman.
Original is stuck right side. Here's Clay. He'll launch. That one's well off the mark. And Dean able to get it away.
Pushing it up floor. Quick
Look at
tempo.
the burst by Dean. Hickman, 3. Good.
Yeah, I love that urgency by Duke. Dean pushing the ball up the floor. Bradley has really failed to get out in transition. That's just their second field goal on the fast break. And a huge one from Connor Hickman to push it back up to an 11-point advantage.
First triple of the night from Connor Hickman. Crowd into this one now. 11-point lead for the Braves. Let's see if the Bears can respond. They have 7 to shoot. Mason, corner, Original to answer. He does!
And it all comes off of Mason yet again, being able to beat his defender off the dribble. The help side defense comes in to stop the drive, and that leaves Original wide open. A second 3 ball in the game for him. Some massive buckets from Original, the 36% three-point shooter.
And active hands. It'll stay with Bradley, but Original 6 points, 6 rebounds off the bench. For Missouri State, it'll be Bradley basketball when we come back. 7:13 to go in an 8-point game.
This is Antonelli's Cheese Shop, and we're the Antonellis.
We chose our Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because we earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
And with no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to our business needs. What's in your wallet?
Switch to Verizon and get Welcome Unlimited for just $25 a line, guaranteed for 3 years. And keep your own phone.
I love that we both got an awesome network and save money doing it. Hey, we're sitting on a sign here!
That's Welcome Unlimited for just $25 a line. Verizon.
BK Meltzer here, everyone say cheese. Classic bacon and spicy. Flame grilled double on the toasted bun with the caramelized onions. Now I want one. BK, have it your way.
Wishing your space was a bit more like this? Go for it now to save 25% off and take an extra 15% off. Kohl's.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, introducing the Ego Select Cut Mower with Speed IQ. It digitally senses and syncs to your stride, and it cuts up to 90 minutes on a single charge. Exclusively at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers.
Hi, I'm here for
your annual eye exam.
Exactly. I'm here because I'm having trouble reading. Exactly.
They sort of make me feel
Like I'm the most fabulous thing you've ever seen? Like lightning is running up and down your spine?
exactly.
I'll take them.
Bye-bye cough. Later chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours? Not coughing? Hashtag still not coughing?
Mucin XDM gives you 12 hours of relief from chest congestion and any type of cough, day or night. Mucin XDM. It's comeback season.
Entertaining second half, Matt. Teams trading threes in the last couple of minutes. Emotion swaying on both sides with threes from Hickman and Original.
Yeah, in the second half, neither team really shooting a high clip from behind the arc. You know, from Missouri State, it's 2 for 11 from behind the three, but a timely three ball there from Original. For Bradley, it's 2 for 9 from the three-point arc here in the second half, but a couple of big buckets for both of these teams here. Just an 8-point contest with 7 and change to go.
The Braves looking to sweep the season series. We talked last game how they had a sweep against Northern Iowa for the first time since 2006. Well, it's not missing something looking back. If they come away with the sweep against Missouri State, it'd be the first time ever that they swept both those teams in the same year. As Mast had a great look at a three, but he came up empty, and Chance Moore the rebound. But point being, it's been a lot of fun feats accomplished by this Bradley group this year, and they're trying to hold off a very pesky Missouri State team that just did not quit tonight.
Yeah, very resilient, and Mason has been the key to that. Done a good job of getting others involved here as well. And nice ball movement going to Clay for the one-on-one.
And he'll shoot 2 on the foul on Henry. And that's the 3rd on Henry. So Clay to the stripe, his first trip there tonight. He's a 68% foul shooter. MVC all-defensive team last year. Was part of that all-freshman team and that 2020 Valpo team that, of course, met Bradley in the MVC tournament championship.
And in terms of points per game on average, leads the Bears with 11.4 points per game, almost 6 rebounds. And a guy who's just a terrific player, unable to get that second free throw to go.
At 12 at the intermission, has 13 now, gets 1 of 2. And Dean will bring it up. There's Mast. He's left alone, looking for a cutting Hickman out to Dean. Good closeout by Mason. They clear it out for Mast underneath. Rink Mast. Off the mark, and Benson the board.
Yeah, really good closeout there by Benson to get that rebound. Mast knew it was no good off of his hand immediately and went straight for the offensive rebound opportunity, but Benson gets to it first.
Mason tripped up. Crowd didn't like that one, but Mason stumbled on his own. It'll be the 15th foul on the Braves as Hannah comes back in for Mast with 6:03 to go.
Getting their look at it here. Benson comes out for the screen.
Tripped it on his own man.
Looks like he came down, but nonetheless, ball stays with Missouri State. A big opportunity here. Get a little bit closer. Mason once again going one-on-one.
Braves disagree with that out-of-bounds call as well, but it'll stay with Missouri State. 9 to shoot. Moore had it poked away by Dean. 2-on-1. Here's Hannah, lob, Leons lays it in.
Beautiful pass right on the money, and Malvi Leons puts it in off of the glass. Bradley getting out in transition a little bit here the last couple of times down the floor.
Braves searching for a stop. Original deep three is off the mark. And Hickman the rebound. Bradley trying to extend it back to double digits, but Hickman walked.
Unfortunate, Hickman trying to get downhill. Good, really good defense there by Chance Moore, sticking with him, unable to give up the edge to Hickman. He moves that pivot foot as he's trying to come back out in a travel.
So Kendall Moore will come back in, see if they can get his offense going. He was a 1,000-point scorer in his 4 years at Colorado State. Scoreless so far tonight, but he'll check back in for Chance Moore as Mason once again brings it up.
Yeah, and the Danville product, Kendall Moore, is a really good three-point shooter as well. 206 three balls in his career. It'd be very timely if he could come up with a couple of three balls here for the Bears late.
10 to shoot. Hickman on Mason. Mason step back jumper. Who comes away with it? It's Kendall Moore, back to Mason.
And yet another offensive rebound here from the Bears. Kept him in this one. Doing a really good job sticking with it. See if they can get some second chance opportunities here, and Clay going one-on-one.
Leon's with him the whole way, but he fouled Clay. And 2 more free throws upcoming for Missouri State. As Clay, who split a pair a moment ago, will head back to the stripe. Trying to get Missouri State within 7.
Yeah, Donovan Clay, one of those guys that's nearly impossible to guard. And in mid-range, he's so effective. Down low, he can bruise around with the best of them. And right there, Malvi Leons plays some great defense. But straight up, but Clay draws the contact. Earns the trip to the line where he knocks down the first one. See right here, the spin move is so tough to defend right there. And Leons gets called for the foul.
That's 6 fouls on Bradley here in the second half as opposed to 2 for Missouri State. Clay fouling his own shot, and a whistle and another foul. This time it's Benson that will shoot 2.
And once again, it's an offensive rebound. The Carver Arena fans may not be a fan of that, but if you're Bradley, just get the rebound off of the missed free throw. That's the bigger issue right there. You see right here, this is all hustle from Clay. You got to box out the free throw shooter, and nobody does it, and Clay gets his own miss. And now another opportunity for Missouri State at the line.
And Benson, not his strong suit. He's now just 8 of 27 from the line of this season. So hoping to get 1 of 2 as Tavanainen will check back in for Montgomery. Chance Moore back in as well for Missouri State. Missouri State did get within 6. After trailing by as many as 18, Bradley has led the whole way. Now it's a 7-point game, 4:29 to go. Hannah inbounds to Hickman.
And Kendall Moore face guarding Duke Dean there in the backcourt. And not allowing Duke Dean to get the basketball, and Bradley's gonna operate a little 4-on-4 here with Dean being face guard in the corner.
Tavanainen gets a little space, caught up to by Moore. Tavanainen tries the left and scores.
Nice left-handed shot there in the paint. Tavanainen realized he's super deep in the paint, gets that one to go, and a big shot pushes Bradley's lead back up to 9 with 4 to go.
Here comes the crowd on their feet at Carver. Hoping the Braves can put this one away. As Clay loses it in traffic, Tavanainen has it, and he'll give to Dean.
Bradley going to slow it up a little bit here, make sure they get a good look here in the half court. Potentially push this lead back above double digits. And Hannah left all alone.
Oh! And a whistle and a foul as he came charging in to try to throw it down. But both guys appear to be all right. Hard contact at the rim, and Hannah will shoot 2. Heard that one all the way on the other side of press row. 2 shots for Hannah forthcoming after this on the Valley on ESPN.
This is Antonelli's Cheese Shop, and we're the Antonellis.
We chose our Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because we earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
And with no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to our business needs. What's in your wallet?
Everyone's go-to bra looks a little different. Save on your favorites from Vanity Fair. Kohl's.
BK Muscle here, everyone say cheese. Classic bacon and spicy. Flame grilled double on the toasted bun with the caramelized onions. Now I want one. BK, have it your way.
Don't worry. It happens to the best of us. It does? It happens to surgeons, judges. Overruled. Airport ground crew, game show contestants. Bermuda Triangle. Megan Trainor. Bowlers. It even happened to your little cousin Timmy. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't matter. Thanks, Grandpa.
After Advil,
Feeling better?
On top of the world!
before Advil. Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. When pain comes for you, come back fast with Advil liquid gels.
Ziploc knows there's no such thing as a normal dinner. Ziploc silicone and durables are designed to go from freezer to stove to anywhere, again and again. Normal dinner is what you make it. Ziploc and durables. Unlock life. SC Johnson, a family company.
Through it all, tonight's player of the game is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Balanced effort by the Braves, as we've said all night, but we're going to give it to Rink Mast, Matt.
Yeah, 11 points from the really good start. 6 early points for the Braves, and since then, chipped in with a couple more field goals, got 5 rebounds. Really impressive, 3 assists, a block, and a steal. Rink Mast kind of getting it done all over the court. There's been 8 different Bradley players that have scored, so a lot of guys who could have been in contention for that, but we give it to Rink Mast tonight, the Blue Cross Blue Shield player of the game.
Darius Hannah to the line for 2. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists on 4 of 6 shooting for Hannah, whose first trip to the line tonight, and it rims in. Good Braves, the Braves fighting to stay atop the MVC standings with Drake, who currently has an 11-point lead at Cedar Falls in northern Iowa in the first half. And similar margin here, in fact, the identical one, 11-point game for Bradley. And Missouri State first possession after the timeout. They get it into Clay, helped by Hannah. Clay on Leons. That one pinballed around, and Hickman comes up with it. Now Dean's going to try to run. He's got Clay on him. And he'll pull it out. Clock certainly favoring Bradley here, under 3 to play. Tavanainen baseline, left-hand reverse, no good.
Yeah, really good take by Tavanainen, just can't get the reverse bucket to go in. And at this point now, Missouri State needs to score in a hurry.
And that'll go back over to Bradley as Benson touched it last. Mast and Henry back in. Hannah and Dean out. Braves will go big here with 2:33 to go. Kendall Moore puts pressure on Hickman in the backcourt. First touch for Tavanainen. Fading corner, Leon's three, good.
Perfect pass by Tavanainen, sees Leon's fading to the corner, who knocks down the triple. A huge shot from Mal by Leon's, gets the lead back up to 14.
Clay stumbles, and I think they called a foul on Henry to bail out Clay, and he'll shoot two.
Get another look at the last time down the floor. Great offense from Bradley. Leon's the three ball. And come back down on the other end. Clay with a tough take to the hoop. I'm gonna get Jashawn Henry on the foul, his fourth.
And Leon's quietly up to 11 points. 3 rebounds, 2 assists.
Be surprised to see if there's a make here. Maybe Missouri State puts on some full court pressure. We haven't seen much of it yet today in terms of a full court press, and here it is after the make, putting on a little bit of a different look. Maybe hurry up Bradley, but they break through that press with ease.
Still 20 to shoot. And Dean is to Mast. Mast! And Clay the rebound. Here come the Bears the other way. Chancemore for three.
Great
And
rebound, Hickman.
Yeah.
Skying for that one. Really needed that three ball from Moore to go down. And now Bradley can just take another 30 seconds off the clock here. Up 12.
And they'll pull it out. Tavanainen. Side the Bradley logo. Crowd to their feet. Dean gets a step back jumper blocked by Mayo.
And Missouri State's got to go now. Got to score with urgency.
Moore with a vicious slam and a timeout taken by Dana Ford. A 10-point game. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here.
And that's Missouri State's last timeout as Dana Ford says, all right, maybe we get some pressure off of this inbounds, try to get a steal. Just a 10-point game, a lot of time left if they can force some turnovers from Bradley, but so far both teams doing a pretty solid job of take care in the basketball. Missouri State with 10 turnovers and Bradley with 8. You get another look here. Dean trying to operate the final seconds of the shot clock. A great job there closing out on the attempt. It's going to be Mayo Jr. and then Moore out in transition with the emphatic dunk.
Well, Matt, you know I'm a numbers guy. No number are as underlying and important as this one, and I promised I would use this stat tonight if I could. It's an important one, so get ready. So since 2019-2020, when the Bradley men's managers, Blake Sarton, Peter Kelpig, and Cody Roskins, when they've eaten Jimmy John's before the game, that Bradley's 47-5. Can you believe that?
Pretty good percentage.
Do you think that's in the Ken Palm ratings as well, the net ratings? Does that
I don't
go
think
into
so.
it?
I don't think. Can we confirm that the Bradley managers had Jimmy John's before the game today?
So, in anyways, maybe that's dictating the 10-point lead. But here you go, 44.3 to go. And we'll see what Missouri State wants to do. Clearly, they're going to put some pressure in the backcourt. They still have plenty of fouls to give, as we've been saying. Just 3 team fouls on the Bears in the second half. So they can be overly aggressive and gamble defensively.
They look for a trap. There it is right there. They had it.
Wow.
And what a pass by Dean to Leons to beat the press. And now Bradley can hold it with a 13-second differential and pretty much run this thing out. But what a pass to break the press there by Dean.
An underrated part of the streak by Bradley is their ability to take care of the basketball. They're averaging just 10 turnovers heading into tonight over their last 9 games. They only have 8 tonight as Dean is too strong on the 3. Clay will bring it up. Mayo's 3 is short, and that's going to do it. Another win for the Braves. Their 7th in a row. And they walk away with a 64-54 win. And Matt, from the outset, Bradley built a lead that they did not relinquish despite a team in Missouri State that came back a few times, tested them, never gave in. Give the credit to the Bears, but in the end, Bradley's defense just too much, limiting Missouri State to 33% from the floor.
Yeah, Bradley's defense was really tremendous. And you see in 2 games versus Missouri State, they gave up 40 points in Springfield, just 54 here. And Bradley's defense was absolutely terrific today. And as you said, give Missouri State some credit, fighting back, having second chance opportunities and good offensive rebound showing. But you see there, Missouri State wins the rebound battle, but Bradley just too much. Doing a really good job getting some high quality looks and really taking care of the basketball as well.
Yeah, we said it, did a great job taking care of the basketball, those points in the paint you talked about. And at the end of the day, the defense, which is #1 in the Missouri Valley in field goal percentage, came in at 40%. Bradley did's defense. That total is going to lower tonight by the 33% by the Bears. So the Braves come away with the win.
And then obviously Bradley, what really they hung their head on the offensive end was points in the paint, winning that 36-16, just really dominated down low. And with this win, Bradley now improves to 14-1 at games at Carver Arena this season, just making an absolute fortress here in Peoria.
Well, Matt, it's been another fun season for us. Bradley's going to have some nationally televised games the rest of the way, so this is our last broadcast tonight for the Valley on ESPN from our crew. So for my partner, Matt McLean, and our tremendous crew at Chef Tech Nicholas Albrecht, who's done a fantastic job all season, making us look not too terrible. I'm Brian Beto signing off from Carver Arena. Again, the final from Peoria. Bradley 64, Missouri State 54. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
Come on in to the Chuck Stop. Everything you need for a road trip to the Final Four.
I'm impressed, Chuck.
Gonna need these. Pumpkin spike latte and these mud flaps.
I can use these. Jen.
Hey, guys. Lucky socks.
Wonder what Jim Nance smells like.
I smell divine.
I'm earning double miles with my Capital One Venture card, so it's on me.
What up with you and these subs?
Man's gotta eat.
Why is it your grocery order arrives the second you remember everything you forgot to order? Like, without fail.
Who drank all the milk?
Fresh groceries and more. Unlimited free delivery, Walmart Plus.
BK Melsa here, everyone say cheese. Classic bacon and spicy. Flame grilled double on the toasted bun with the caramelized onions. Now I want one. BK, have it your way.
Is that your hand?
Yes.
As a dish?
Yes.
Why not just use your real hand?
Silly Toby, it's for you. Do you love it?
I love it.
Go for the handful.
Hi, I'm here for...
Your annual eye exam.
Exactly. I'm here because I'm having trouble reading. Exactly.
They sort of make me feel...
Like I'm the most fabulous thing you've ever seen? Like lightning is running up and down your spine?
Exactly.
I'll take them.
New Vibrant from Airwick. Our first fragrances infused with 2 times more natural essential oil. It's our most amazing, true to nature fragrance experience ever. New Vibrant from Airwick.